You were born in Paducah, Kentucky,
Right.
right, in 1955.
That's correct.
So that means that at the height of the civil rights movement, you were 9 or 10 years old.
Yes.
When Dr. King was assassinated, you were about 12.
Yes.
Did any of that stuff, and of course the war in Vietnam as well was going on, did any of that penetrate in your Paducah hometown or with you? Did any of that register with you?
It very much did. We grew up in a very protected community. Paducah was quite small, a very vibrant community at that time, but there was no feeling of fear. We walked to school as first graders, half a mile without having someone worrying about us. And the community gave you a sense of belonging and at the same time a sense of protection. Our having a television was a big deal. It really was a big deal. It allowed us, growing up in that small community, to tap into what was going on in this country, these incredibly painful national events. The assassination of Martin Luther King was profoundly felt by my father and therefore by the rest of our family, my siblings, and certainly President Kennedy's assassination when I was in the 3rd grade. Most all of us, I'm sure, during that period of human history in this country have very deep rooted feelings. But in our community, it was felt like it was not happening there. It was happening just next door, but not at our doorstep. And I think that it allowed us to have a sense of protection, but contemplation of the events that were transpiring around us. But the fact that my father reacted so profoundly by those events, especially Martin Luther King's assassination, we began to internalize what was important back in those days.